Chapter 1 The Beginning. Let me see here. Where should I start? Oh, yes, the beginning. I lived in a biome which wasn't very interesting in particular, but had a huge canvas to work with. I lived in the plains biome. It had tall grass, a few ponds there and there, and every once in a while an oak tree. I made a mansion out of stone and a mix of birch and oak planks. But if I was living in a plains biome, how did I get all my wood? Luckily for me, the plains had a forest at the end of it with the two types of wood I needed. I would have made my mansion out of redstone if I could. Oh wait, I almost forgot. Sorry, I never introduced myself. My name is Redstone Maniac. Now you see why I wanted to build my mansion out of redstone. What was on the inside, though, was a whole different story. My inside part of the mansion was filled with redstone contraptions you would never believe. I had a piston elevator, an auto cooking machine, and even to save space, with a flick of the lever, I could turn my swimming pool into a hot tub. I am very proud of myself. But all that was taken away from me in an instant. I was looking out into the forest, sitting on my couch inside, and then this purple-black streak appeared. It then, pixel by pixel, opened up as a portal. These whitish-gray creatures appeared out of the portal, but they weren't facing me. I tried to figure out what they were. Eventually, 5 monstrous creatures were out on my property. One finally faced me, but then looked into my eyes. They were ghasts. I should have known from the start. The mouth gauged open, and flames started to charge. Then, one tick later, a fireball came flying through my window, finally crashing into the floor. Even that amount of fire could burn everything down. Eventually, though, all of them started rapid firing in unison. I started sprinting towards my storage room, eager to find some valuables. All I had time for was to brew some healing potions while I was gathering, but all I found was an iron pickaxe, sticky pistons, some redstone, and a lever. I at least had materials I could use to make a secret entrance with, but what kind of use would that even serve right now? A fireball came crashing through the wall. Aghast, see what I did there? I grabbed my potions and ran as far as I could, away from the destruction of my home. The ghasts were done. They successfully destroyed my home. The portal closed with them all along with it. But before I left, I stood there watching the portal closely. After the ghasts went through, the portal was still open? There must have been still an entity inside it, and didn't cross to their land. A few long seconds, a head popped out. I saw the brown hair and cyan clothing. Steve? I thought. You're behind this? It was not Steve, though. I saw the head twist around to look in the other direction. Blank, white eyes. So the legends were true. Herobrine was real. I went through the forest terrified. I had to tell the closest person I knew. Awesome Sauce. He was always there for me. He could help me go through my problems, and I would help him. He lived right by a hill which was next to the exit of the forest. It was small, but still just enough space to live in and be cozy. Awesome Sauce! Awesome Sauce! I shouted. He came rushing out his door. What is it? You would not believe what I saw. There were ghasts and a portal and white... Okay, slow down. I don't know what you're even saying. My house is gone, I breathed. How? Awesome Sauce replied, eyes widened. Gas went through the portal and fireballs... Ugh. I was about to pass out. Let me take you inside to sit down. He put my arm around his neck and carried me inside his lovely abode. The house was well lit with a decent amount of windows. There were bookcases on the right side of the home when you walked in. There's also a nice mini room with carpet in it, with some flower pots, a chair to sit and read, and he then plopped me at the dining room table, which had a 90-degree row of chairs. So tell me, my friend, what happened next? At this point, I thought he was going I thought he was my conscience. His voice was so echoey. Well, I grabbed some of my stuff right over here. Go on, he said. But I watched the portal if there was anything with it, Sure. Herobrine was right there. I saw his white eyes looking at the destruction. I don't think so, dude. Herobrine's a myth. Everyone knows that. I raised from my seat. I saw him with my own eyes, Awesome Sauce. I just think you need to get some rest. It was the next day. I successfully got my sleep. But I was not delusional. I saw Herobrine right there. Sooner or later, Awesome Sauce will see. I won't have to prove it to him. I can just rub it in his face when Herobrine comes back. We went to Awesome Sauce's own mine system. He said it was jam-packed with redstone. When I heard that, I rushed through the staircase. I actually slid down it, I'm not sure, because I was tranced by the red ore, but I was still very anxious. At the bottom there was a mountain full of redstone, and I was going to get it. I mined so fast that it was like I had an Instamine on. Whoa there, snapped Awesome Sauce. What happened? I released from the trance. I don't know, but there's an undiscovered cave over there, he pointed. Maybe we can find materials of use? That's a great idea, I replied. We headed off, pickaxes in hand. I placed a torch. Light reached the room. There was some iron on the floor and coal on the ceiling. We both were assigned different ores, and we gathered them. 7 pieces of iron and 18 things of coal. Off to a great start, I thought. How much did you get? My friend asked. Let's see here, I started. About 2 stacks of redstone, 14 pieces of lapis, 37 things of coal, and 69 ore. Beat that. Oh, okay. I have a stack of redstone. I huffed. Amateur. I interrupted. I have 46 pieces of lapis, 58 things of coal, and 24 iron ore. Show off, I muttered. Do you say that? I questioned. No, Awesome Sauce replied. There it is again, I yelled, terrified. Awesome Sauce hesitated. Then he figured it out. Zombies, hide! My friend and I did so, behind the piles of cobblestone we broke. The zombies came nearer and nearer as time went by. Awesome Sauce rummaged through his inventory to look for a weapon. He pulled out a bow and some arrows, so he wouldn't need to get close to those infected green Steves. Arrows whizzed through the air, hitting the zombies. They were successfully defeated, but suddenly I heard bones crackling near me. A skeleton, I yelled. I've got this one. I used a sword to hit the skelly. With the help of combos, I managed to kill it in 3 swings. Nice, Awesome Sauce said. Thanks, I said back. We were still underground, all crazy for diamonds. We were by a pit of lava. It was bubbly and making steam. The glow of it made the cave illuminate, like it was made of shining crystals. There was a mysterious solidity branch mining in the distance. There was a cobble bridge leading towards it. We ended up walking over there, and then I started to speak. Hello, who might you be? My name's Shade. Cool name you got there, Awesome Sauce joined. I'm really good at mining, Shade exclaimed. I've already found 13 diamonds. That's a really good amount, I said. We can all branch mine together if you'd like. There seems to be a lot of diamonds in this area. Sure, that would be splendid. Shade was in his own line of stone away from the rest of the group. His wristwatch started to go off. Shade! What is it? He replied. Have they gained your trust? Yes, master, they have. They don't suspect a thing.